This video is sponsored by Noregon, the commercial vehicle data experts. Visit Noregon.com to learn more.
So when's it gonna happen? When's what gonna happen? You know, the thing. There's always a thing. I don't know, some sort of sci-fi cyber attack, or you ripping off Star Wars or Star Trek or something. So what is it today? Like Neuromancer, Lawnmower Man, Buckaroo Banzai, Eighth Dimension? No, nothing like that. Not today. What we're talking about is more serious than that. Like what? We're talking about this. Do you care to tell me what you think you're doing? What? That's our repair job history. Why are you reviewing that? You're doing a regen nearly every time a truck comes into a shop. Yeah, but they had after-treatment faults. They also had engine faults. Look at this one. Injector fault, regen. Coolant fault, regen. Fault guidance is actively telling you you do not need to do a regen. Yeah, but we always do a regen. I know, and I appreciate that. But what we've always done has to change if we're gonna be more efficient and get these trucks out the door faster. We've been talking all year about using data, and you've grown by leaps and bounds. You're using data in more productive ways than ever. Now is the time to trust the repair software guidance. We don't need to do things that aren't related to what actually needs repaired. Yeah, I get it, but it's software. I trust my people, the technicians, the shop managers, more than the computer. So let's connect with a person. The person who is creating the fault guidance in an effort to help us run a more efficient shop. Here's Lee Lackey, Noregon Product Manager, to help us build trust in fault guidance when it comes to engine and after-treatment faults.
What I'd like to talk about today is some of the sticking points for after-treatment service. And I'm going to come at it from a data perspective, because I do a lot of data analysis, looking at how people use our tools. And what I found is there's a lot of the kind of things that make a lot of sense, but that don't necessarily get done. For instance, always check for engine faults before fixing after-treatment faults, because essentially, as the phrase goes, crap flows downhill. If you have problems coming out of your engine into your after-treatment system, it's not going to do you a whole heck of a lot of good to fix the after-treatment if you don't fix that engine problem. All right. And we see that constantly in our data, that first thing they do troubleshoot is that after-treatment fault, and you're sitting there looking at an injector failure and you're going, dude, you got to fix that first. And then the other thing is just visual inspection, and JPro makes a big deal out of this, is that you've got to inspect that after-treatment system. I mean, it's the same as doing for a driver doing his walk around, except before you do the service, make sure there's nothing obviously mechanically wrong. You know, look for fluid loss, look for issues in your air management, look for issues that are in your exhaust system, you know, too much soot, too little soot, you know, things like that. And then of course, as my colleague has said many times, you don't have to run so many regens. I mean, it's a simple test to run, and I know a lot of people like it because back in 2007, 2008, it solved a lot of problems, but it's not needed nearly as much. And we tell you when you need a regen, and we'll actually warn you when you're trying to run a regen for no apparent reason, and stuff. And the final point is, and we've seen this, is that a major OEM has started reauthoring all their troubleshooting. And what's the first thing they put at the top of the list? Update your software on your engine. Because what they found was they were paying a lot of warranty cost for bugs that actually didn't or shouldn't have existed. If you had updated your software, that bug would have gone away, that fault would have gone away. And in essence, step number one is check your software. If you do that, then a lot of problems go away. And all it takes is to look at some of these update reports that you can find in their systems, where it says, okay, this update alone eliminates 9 different issues with faults. And we've done analysis and found that, yeah, those faults have existed out there in the field, and people have been fixing them even though they could have been fixed with a software update. So those are my top 4 sticking points for after treatment service.
So what do you think? I like Lee. He always puts things into perspective. I trust his judgment. So will you trust his software's fault guidance? I'll definitely work on it. Hey, that's good enough for me. So what's on tap for the next episode? We're gonna go even further behind the scenes to see what goes into scan tool and repair software updates. Okay, but what about the sci-fi stuff? I miss all the fun. Fine. There. Happy? Yeah, that was fun.